Hello, Panto Diary viewers. It's Monday the 24th of November, day 6 of our Panto rehearsals. Had 2 days over the weekend off to learn lines, which I think I've done okay. We were working lots on Act 2 today, and tomorrow when we go in, we're going to really hone some of the comedy spots, which is great for me because, I really enjoy my comedy. And what else? Lots of choreography today. Worked quite a bit on my opening or my entrance to the pantomime, which I'm really looking forward to. What else? A new member of the stage management team appeared today, and I'll introduce that lady to you, hopefully, if I get a chance over the coming days. And I had a chat with Queen Rat. Yes, it's Queen Rat this year. A fantastic lady, literally just come out of the West End where she played, I think it was Miss Honey, the teacher in Matilda. So, big star, this lady, fantastic, called Lara Denning, and she had a chat with me today. This is it. Hello everyone, it's day 6 of the Panto Diary, and I'm in our rehearsal rooms with the lovely Lara Denning, right here. Hello, babe, how are you?
I'm good, thank you, how are you?
And Lara is playing Queen Rat in our wonderful pantomime, Dick Whittington. I nearly said Peter Pan. Dick Whittington at the Bristol Hippodrome. So this has been a good day today because we've got a chance to really crack on with the second half of the show. Although we've looked at it, we can go at it in more depth. But before we even got started today, I saw you rehearsing your fight scene. So have you done a fight scene before?
I have. I've done 2 before.
As a baddie?
As a principal boy.
Aha.
In terms of the traditional fashion,
right.
Being a principal boy. I had a sword fight in Dick Whittington.
Yes.
And I was Dick. And Aladdin, I got to fight with lightsabers.
So you played the boy part as a girl? Because that doesn't happen quite so much in pantomimes anymore.
No, it doesn't. But it's actually the most traditional way of doing it.
Yeah. A lot of thigh slapping and stuff.
Well, it's good until the time you miss your thigh. And then it's just embarrassing.
Did you miss it?
Several times. Hi, I'm Dick Whittington.
Oh,
no. There it is.
I never miss mine, it's like So today I got a chance to see you doing a bit of that sort of fight. Of course, you always do it slowly first time to check you got the moves, and then speed it up a bit. And so, when did you first get that information about the fight? When did is it fight choreographer we call him?
Fight choreographer, I think it's Carl. I only
Lovely
met him,
man,
last week. He talks about defence, so we have a line of distance.
Yes.
So you make sure that you're not going to kill each other at that point. Because, there's 6 weeks to go, so you don't really want to die on the first day. But we have, there's lots of little health and safety things. We make sure we go through it first. Me and Ben, who's playing Dick Whittington, we'll go through it every single day before we do the show, just to make sure that everything's nice and safe.
And when you first did it, were you saying the moves to each other, like cross,
down,
miss,
down, lunge, back,
So how do you learn it in your head, or do you learn it you can't come in, or do you learn it mostly when you're actually doing the fight with Ben?
I guess it's like learning a dance. In fact, it probably is a dance. It's that kind of,
That's why he's
step,
called a
dig,
choreographer,
step, dig. That's why it's called a choreographer. It's pretty much the way you learn how to do a dance. It's a choreographic thing. It's a cross, down, lunge, and I come back, lunge, I come back. It's not 2 numbers. It's not like a 5, 6, 7, 8.
No.
But it's as long as you can kind of keep eye contact with each other and make sure that everything.
It hasn't got a time signature, but basically each move is when you come to see this pantomime, which of course you will, when you see that fight, remember it started off 3 weeks before the show opened, very slowly, to make sure it was safe. Now, Lara, is this your first time as a baddie?
It is.
And how are you enjoying it?
I'm absolutely loving it. It's brilliant.
Do you feel powerful in the role? Because I've seen a change in you in 3 or 4 days. You're really grown into. I mean, you're really talented, great voice, actress, etc. No need to say that stuff. I don't get paid for this. But seeing you become this slightly more evil person every day.
Yeah.
You get an enjoyment out of that. Obviously, you have to be that role, but does it make you feel good? Do you find the part more meaty the more you get into it?
I think it's fun. It's not like fun in your way, where it's gags, and all. It's just fun in the way you can just express yourself and be. I've actually learned that it's very difficult. Very difficult to be a baddie. And like you say, the first couple of days probably was my way of kind of gently getting myself into where I was going to go.
Everything's easy when you haven't done it.
Yeah.
But when you suddenly find yourself, and it's the same when people say with comedy, well, that looks easy. Yeah, you just try it. But you've picked it up so quickly. That's what I was going to say from day one. And I knew that you hadn't done it before, actually, from day one. And we took a break on Friday, so we've had the weekend off, which has been lovely. Come back today, wow, where did that evil person come? It's really grown. Well done,
also I've got to remember that I'm allowed to go there.
Well, what are you going to do for makeup? Because, I mean, you're so beautiful. Are you going to scare the kids?
Well, actually, I did Rocky Horror a couple of years ago, and we used to have this white makeup to make us quite ghostly.
Right.
But it was still, I was magenta, and you had this white makeup, and then you had this beautiful makeup on the top. But because it was white, it somehow made you look a lot more evil and sinister, but it was still glamorous. Because my Queen Rat's she's still quite glamorous. She's quite camp. She's scary, but she's
a diva as well, an evil diva, isn't she?
And I kind of started channeling a bit of Betty Davis. Wow, how would Betty Davis do this,
If she were ever in Bristol.
If she was in Bristol,
Well, it's lovely to see. And the other thing is, I noticed today as well, that you're just slowing the lines down slightly to make them more deliberate. Although the show moves with a pace, sometimes the slower delivery of the baddie makes it slightly more menacing, I suppose.
Yeah, and more fun as well. I think as you learn the lines, you tend to go really fast. And then then once it's all bedded, you can kind of go, right, okay, I can really enjoy saying that line.
Let's see how it's developing.
That's just a small snippet of what's to come.
And I got to work with you today on the scene, which I enjoyed very much.
That'll probably grow and grow.
We'll just have a little moment together. At the moment, it's 3 seconds. May end up at 3 hours. No, it won't. Director would never allow that. But it was good to see all the characters coming to life, and our wonderful Brenda Edwards, who we're going to speak to soon.
She's fabulous,
her fairy is taking off flying, and your baddie's flying, and it's another week in our rehearsal rooms. Then we get to move to the theatre to put it on the stage.
Which would be nice as well to get the costume on.
Yeah.
Me and Brenda were talking about this. Actually having the costume on, then that's another side of the
It's another layer, isn't it?
Another kind of, I've got this. And I think I've got a huge tail in my costume fitting. I had a huge tail, so you can all of a sudden you can go, I've got this.
Do you get whiskers as well?
I'm not sure. I think it's a headpiece, I think.
All right. And the whiskers are on the headpiece.
Probably, something like that.
Wow.
Yeah, I have actually not seen the headpiece yet. But yeah, the tail and stuff and the whole outfit, I think, and the boots, it's going to be... That's why the other day in the rehearsal, I don't know whether you noticed, but I wore really high shoes. I wore high heels.
Yes, you did,
Just to give me that kind of... Because I'm only 5'3", so I'm quite small, so it's not very powerful.
Yeah, but you've got the headpiece that goes on top, so that'll raise you nearly another
and
foot.
Everything out. And then for me the other day when we did a little stagger of Act 1, it just kind of felt so much more kind of powerful. And even doing my song and everything just felt a little
It's
bit
the
more.
Difference between you're evil and so just raising the whole thing up, I suppose.
Maleficent, that kind of thing.
What's that word?
Maleficent.
Okay,
Maleficent.
and anyone that can spell that one, please, answers on a postcard. That's what they used to go. No, tweet it in.
On a postcard. Yes, it's now Twitter, yeah.
Look, we better go for now, but because we've got more rehearsals this afternoon.
We do.
As I said
he needs to get better.
I need to get a lot better.
He needs a lot of time.
She's only being serious. So, yeah, great fun today. Thank you so much for coming to talk to us.
No worries.
As we get further on in the run, building up to it, will you come back and... I don't know if we'd be allowed to see you in costume. I'll have a word with the management on that.
Maybe half face.
Maybe
like
half
Panto.
face.
Panto with the opera.
That would be good. Lara, thank you very much for today, and let's get back to work. Yeah. That's it for Panto Diary today, day 6. See you all tomorrow.
Bye.
So, guys, thank you very much. We're back in again tomorrow morning, Tuesday, so that'll be the 25th of November, and cracking on with Act 2, get to the end of it, and then go right back to the beginning again. You can't do it enough times, you know. So maybe I'll see you tomorrow night. And thank you and goodbye.